Yo, my people, we back with it. I finally stopped procrastinating and finished the first episode of many. This series on my channel is called High Level How To's, or HLHT for short. Now, I'm not claiming to be the best or even close to the best player on this game, but I can definitely say when it comes to gameplay or style, I consider myself one of the cleanest in terms of realism. These tips, tricks, setups, and sequences I showcase in this series aren't going to make you the best player in the world. You ain't going to be spanking top 50 people on rank back to back, but you will excel as far as virtual IQ when fighting in this game. So I want everyone just to give me an open mind when watching this series, and remember to mix anything that I show y'all into your own play style. Trying to play like someone else completely will not make you better. Stick to what you're comfortable already doing and elaborate on that skill set. Or simply just tag along in this video. Your arsenal could be updated thanks to me. You're welcome. If not, boo-hoo. Anyway, let's get into it. If y'all enjoyed today's video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Alright, so in this first episode, I want to go over a little tactic I implement whenever fighting. Depending on the matchup and who I'm going against, I'll use it more or less, but the center line. Anyone with a basic understanding of MMA knows what I mean by the center line. The direction of where your head is at, either outside or in the phone booth with your opponent. Now, in UFC 4, forward slips, slip straights, or forward slip hooks did a lot of damage, and UFC 5, not so much. So the player base kind of adapted and they stay away from making themselves so vulnerable. But I still use this technique with a mix of natural idle movement of staying off the center line. Let me show y'all. Now, when it comes to being off the center line, it means you have to physically move your head or sidestep to avoid the attack your opponent will commit to. Overdoing this will make you predictable, and your opponent will capitalize. So you just want to keep your hands up and mix this in with regular movement while striking. Another thing you want to implement when striking is sidestepping right before you're in range. I usually do this to my opponent's lead side to avoid his power shots as best as possible. If you can do it and time it correctly and consistently enough, your opponent will literally have no window to throw back, and they'll get frustrated. It's pretty obvious. Relax. There it is. He's cut. Get out. He's hurt. So using this consistent style of making sure your head isn't on the center line, you'll realize how less you'll take major damage early in the fights, especially on your block meter. Now, a good player will realize what's going on and begin to work your body or switch up your tempo, but some players continue to give in, and that's what you want. By the end of round 2, if they're still fighting, there should be a big stamina advantage on your end. Y'all listen to his coach real quick. Come on, man. We not bullshitting. We step outside that lead foot. We get that lead hook off. The minute he tries to get his off, and a beautiful sequence to drop him. And let's keep watching.
Good, nice. You heard him. Let's go. Let's go.
Now, I want y'all to pay attention right here. We literally steal his turn to strike just by simply stepping to the side every time he tries to engage.
Stop.
Alright, so now we got a Dustin versus Justin fight. In this one, I'm just displaying how well moving your head can go against somebody with a lot of power like Gaethje. Players know how strong he is, so when using him, there's a few players who try to overuse that power. And against someone who's consistently off the center line, you force them to set their shots up, which is in our favor because now we can control that power and see when my opponent will really commit. So before I start moving my head offline, I want to see if he even has the distance management to hit me when he wants. If he do, we increase our movement. If he doesn't, I tend to stick to the fundamentals of just block, strike, block, strike. No need to move back if you don't feel like your opponent has the knowledge or skill to take away your block meter. This makes it easier in pocket to judge when the angle cut. I'm going to let the first 2 minutes play, then you see how once he starts to set up shots, we set up our counters.
Don't wait. I need you to be first now.
Now you gotta remember, this is UFC. I know you guys don't feel actual pain when inside this virtual octagon, but I try and, keep that consistent thought inside my head when playing, just to keep a respect for my fighter. You'll realize how much less damage you take when you start to respect your fighter. There's no need to sit in the pocket and try and get that shot back. It'll be much easier to angle cut, and dictate when to do it if you're on a back foot. If you want to plant, you see right here how we just using these angle cuts just to pretty much set him up. If he comes in with a jab, it's okay to sit there and take it on a block, but for the most part, you want to keep moving. You see, even right there, he's standing still. I'm still shuffling my feet just to keep these angle cuts nice and tight. He doesn't know when I'm going to stop and go. That's what you want to do. Consistently use your movement.
That's it. Focus, hands up. I like that hook. He's punching. Head, body. Nice move. There you go. Hit him with some strikes.
Now, another good example right here. I'm just showing y'all the pros and cons of this little tactic. Sometimes you'll eat a bad shot, but the whole point is to take a risk and avoid the usual meta play style of being so cautious. Okay, now round 2 is sort of the same idea, but now we up our volume. He showed me that he gets cut pretty easily behind that black line, meaning he probably only wants to commit in the center of the cage. So we mix it up and begin to place our opponent where we need him to begin working.
That's it. Busy with the hand. Just like that. Keep moving forward.
So as we get into the end of episode 1 of this HLHT, everybody leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to hop in the lab right now and begin working on episode 2 for y'all. I'm out. Peace.